Good morning, students of class 9. Let's continue our lesson in geography. India, size and location we were doing. And so far we have studied about the size. Now we'll talk about the location of our country in the world map. And what is the importance. We'll talk about that later in our next class. Now today, India and the world. Now, India is connected to the world from ancient times through trade. The Indian merchants, traders, they used to trade with foreign countries or other parts of the world, countries of the world from the east and from the western side, western coast. We'll talk about that. India is number one. India is centrally located between East and West Asia. In the map of Asia, you can see the southern part of the Asia. India is located there, and the eastern side and the western side, both sides of the Asia. Now it is in the middle. India is centrally located in the middle between East and West Asia. Now it is a southward extension. Extension means spread. It is the southward extension of the Asian continent. Actually, India is also part of the Asian continent. Only it is separated by the Himalayas, but it is also the part of Asia, and it is extended towards the ocean, Indian Ocean. It is the extension, southward extension of the Asian continent. So now we will talk about number 2, the Trans-Indian Ocean routes, sea routes. In the Indian Ocean, the ships sail from east to west and west to east, and India is in the middle. The Trans-Indian Ocean routes that connect Europe in the west and the countries in the East Asia from Indian subcontinent, from you can say the Indian Peninsula, southern Deccan Peninsula, from there. From the eastern coast, ships can sail towards eastern side, and from the western coast, from Mumbai side, from western coast, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Kerala. From western coast, the ships, they can sail towards the western side. So we are talking about that. In the west, and countries in the East Asia provide a strategic important central location to India. So India is centrally located because the ships coming from the west, from Arabian countries, Europe, going towards the east, they had to stop, they had to come to the harbor or the port in India, and they can sail later on again to refuel it, to unload and to load the cargoes for food and refreshment and water. They have to stay there. It's just like a highway. Indian Ocean is just like a highway, but India is centrally located, so the ships going from east to or west, they stop there. So a strategic important central location to India. Number 3, extended Deccan Peninsula. Peninsula, you know that, a land surrounded by water on 3 sides, that's called peninsula, just like the South India. Deccan Plateau, it is surrounded by water on 3 sides. One side in the east, the Bay of Bengal, towards the south there is Indian Ocean, and towards the west there is Arabian Sea. So the southern Deccan Peninsula is called peninsula because surrounded by water. So the extended spread Deccan Peninsula helps India. It helps India to establish, set up close contact with Africa, Europe, Middle East. Do you know what is the meaning of Middle East? Middle East means African countries. Iran, Iraq, Arabia, Oman. These are Middle East. So Arabian countries. So from western coast of India, ships can travel taking the goods towards Africa, towards European countries, to Arabian countries. From ancient times, sailors used to trade. Traders or merchants used to sail, and they used to trade in western side. So Middle East, Europe, Africa, in the west, from the western coast of India, from western coast, and from southeast Southeast Asian countries from eastern coast, such as Malaysia, Burma, Java, Sumatra, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia. These are all in the southeastern Asia. So from eastern coast of India, from Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Calcutta, from there the ships can sail and towards Southeast Asian countries. So now you can see that no other country has such a long coastline, more than 7,000 kilometers. So no other country has such a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. India has a very long coastline in the Indian Ocean. No other country has such a long coastline in this region. So India's eminent position, important position, centrally located in the Indian Ocean or in the eastern and western Asia. India's eminent important position in the Indian Ocean, because it is just like a stoppage on the highway. So India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean, it justifies the naming of the ocean as Indian Ocean after the landmass of India that extended towards the Indian Ocean. It has got a very long coastline, so naturally the ocean is named after India, Indian Ocean. So it justifies the naming of the ocean as Indian Ocean. So we'll continue more about this, to be continued in our next class. About the trade now, we'll talk about India and the trade. From ancient times, our merchants, traders used to trade with foreign countries towards the east and towards the west, both sides. Even the foreigners, Europeans, Africans, Arabians, they used to come in India in India for trade. From eastern side also, Chinese, Malaysians, they used to come, and even Indian traders used to go back. We'll talk about that from ancient India till at present, the contact with the other world, with the world. Contacts, we'll talk about that in our next class. Now this much for today. You have only 5 points over here, so you go through this properly and make sure you use your time properly, wisely at home. Do regular studies at home. Stay safe, and we'll meet in our next class. Thank you for watching the video. That's all for today.